Why, hello there YouTube and welcome to another random review. So yeah, we're carrying it on now as I review Jurassic Park 3. So, this is written by Peter Butchman, Alex Payne, Alexander Payne and Jim Taylor, and is directed by Joe Johnston. Starring Sam Neill, William H. Macy, Tia Leoni, Alessandro Novello, Trevor Morgan, and Michael Jetta. So this is the third installment in the Jurassic Park franchise and the conclusion to the original trilogy, where Dr. Alan Grant, has a whole new look on dinosaurs after his experience from the first movie, and is then called by a couple that want to go on an extreme tourism across the island for their anniversary, but they're actually looking for their lost son, who got lost on the island and has managed to survive for 8 weeks, and they land the plane, and then next thing it crashes when they run into a bigger dinosaur, bigger than the T-Rex, which is the Spinosaur. And basically it turns into a game of cat and mouse where they're running from these dinosaurs, including the Spinosaur and a pack of raptors, and they wonder why the raptors after them, until one of Alan Grant's friends who comes along for the ride, Billy, has stolen some raptor eggs, because he then, for a brief moment, he makes a stupid decision of profit. And of course that's why the raptors are after them. But of course, they managed to get in touch with Ellie on a satellite phone from the first movie. Yeah, Laura Dern returns. Not in a big role, but still returns. And we get... and she calls the Navy and the Marines to handle these dinosaurs once and for all, which pretty much ends it there. And we see some pterodactyls that fly out from the island to find new nesting ground after they break out of the bird cage that they stumble in halfway into the movie. So that's the story there. So what did I like about this? Well, I liked that we got the return of Sam Neill in this as Alan Grant. And this wasn't based on any book, it was originally written, and I also liked the CGI and the effects. I mean, some of the CGI doesn't hold up, but I mean, there were some effects that weren't as strong as the first two, but they still had good visuals. I liked the raptors in this. The raptors were really smart, and they go all out by Alan Grant saying that they were smart animals. And I like that they're like sort of like us. They sort of make plans and they make traps and they sort of communicate and talk to one another. I actually like that. I thought the raptors were a very interesting part of the film, especially the new antagonist of this, the Spinosaur, which was a big nasty dinosaur with long arms and a big sail on its back. Now, looking at this now, I kind of think, oh, he's not chasing them because he's hungry. He's chasing them because they ran a plane into him and damaged its sail. And I think, yeah, now I know why that one's after him. But yeah, I like the Spinosaur, a new antagonist, and at the time there weren't much known about this dinosaur. It was a recent discovery, and they found it did tower over the T-Rex and was around before the T-Rex. But the T-Rex, we do see a T-Rex in this, but its part is sadly cut short when it opposes the Spinosaur and they have a big brawl out and the Spinosaur wins. So I remember watching that. I was 10 years old and I was very disappointed at that bit when the T-Rex dies. Yeah, was very disappointed because at this point we all grew to love the T-Rex, and it was like the franchise mascot until this Spinosaur took over as the king and chased them throughout the island along with the raptors. Of course, at the end they do give the raptors their eggs back and they do get off the island. Also, Billy, who was Alan Grant's friend in it, he redeems himself and as a reward survives when he survives a waterfall with pterodactyls chasing him. I also like the pterodactyl scene as well. They had some good sequence there with the pterodactyls, and I thought, yeah, they're on the island from the second movie, Isla Sorna, and there was some I think, are they on a different part of the island? Like, they're two different parts of the island where they're on it. Anyways, yeah, I thought this had some good moments. There was a few jump scares, like one jump scare with a skeleton. I thought, this definitely stumbled into the category of monster movie, because I feel it had some B-movie monster territory there. But of course, there are my negatives on this film, I won't lie. There are just some bits in there that don't make sense and are huge plot holes. Like, when the couple in it, the Kirbys, said that they're Kirby Enterprises and they can give him they can pay him any money he wants, and he agrees to it. How come he didn't look into that, Paul Kirby Enterprises? And why why would the kid and his mother's boyfriend at the beginning go paragliding around the island? I mean, why? I mean, like I say, there's a lot of dumb decisions in this movie made, and there are even more dumber ones. Especially for Alan Grant agreeing to go on this when he said there's no force on the earth that can get him back to the island. Like I say, there's just so many plot holes in this one, and this did cause the franchise's extinction for a good 14 years before they revived it with Jurassic World. And I can see why. I mean, as a kid I was amazed by it, but looking at it as an adult, I think, yeah, it is kind of poor, quality now, but yeah, it was good. It just wasn't brilliant like the first two. The first two, at this point, the first two were the best films in the series. This one, I just didn't think much of. It was just, But again, it did have its good moments, and there were a moment where they come across the herbivores on the island. So, yeah, what am I going to rate this one? I'll probably give it a 3 out of 5. 3 out of 5 for Jurassic Park 3. So there you are. There's my review on Jurassic Park 3. Have you seen this one? Let me know down in the comments below. If you have, if you like this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with your friends and feel free to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already and to hit that notification bell. All of my social media links are linked down below in the description, so be sure to check all that out. I have a horror channel too if you're interested in that. So yeah, I've been Random Ross. This has been a random review. So until next time, I bid you all a bye friends, goodbye.